I'm Scott Regenbogen, Chairman of Arbor Spurs, Supporters Club in Ann Arbor, Michigan, USA. We first became supporters of Tottenham Hotspur after a few years of watching Premier League with my kids. I originally learned about Tottenham from watching Gareth Bale, from watching Clint Dempsey, but we really came to love Tottenham Hotspur because of the way they played under Pochettino. That club with their wingbacks, with Moussa Dembele, and we learned about their history, and especially their tie to the Jewish community in London. And as a Jewish family, that really drew us to Tottenham Hotspur, and we became fans, and eventually made us want to start a supporters club. We live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the home of the University of Michigan, which is one of the largest universities in the United States. And we're on the campus of University of Michigan here. You can see the bell tower, that's a famous landmark behind me. My earliest memory from our supporters club was the very first game we ever met for. It was a weekday afternoon here in the United States, and we only had about 5 people. But it was Spurs against Aston Villa, and it was the goal that Moussa Dembele scored all on his own, celebrated by Mike Dean, who was very excited that he had rewarded the advantage that led to Dembele's goal. On the current first team squad, my favorite players are Son Heung-min and Oliver Skipp. One of my very favorite moments as a Tottenham Hotspur supporter happened right here at Conor O'Neill's. This is our home pub for Ann Arbor Supporters Club. We were here for the Miracle in Amsterdam, and when Lucas scored that 95th minute goal to send us to the final, the place went wild. There's no photos, there's no video, we have no record of it on camera because everyone just was celebrating. No one was on their phones. It was an incredible moment. My other favorite moment was when I took my whole family to White Hart Lane in 2016. We saw Spurs and Liverpool. The game ended as a 1-1 draw, but we got to see Danny Rose, one of our very favorite players, score right in front of us when we were sitting in the north stand. We have not personally visited the new stadium yet. We did get to make a great family trip to the old White Hart Lane, but a bunch of members of our supporters club have been there. I'm really proud that we have a banner that says Ann Arbor Spurs that's up in the hallways in the new stadium, and we have some great photos of our members really enjoying it. It's an unbelievable stadium, and I can't wait to get there myself. I became chairman of Ann Arbor Spurs pretty much self-appointed. I founded the group along with a couple of friends, both of my kids, and we needed 5 people to start the club. I've been chairman ever since. The best reason to start an overseas supporters club is to have a community of people in your town that you can watch games with and really enjoy. It's been great having a community of Tottenham supporters here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and we've really enjoyed watching games together. The thing that I value most is that it gives us a connection to the club. We get special communications, we get the opportunity to get tickets to the games when we need them, and it gives us an identity. To see our name, Ann Arbor Spurs, up on the board at the stadium when it makes its way around is really, really special, just to know that we're part of this club. What would I say to someone considering starting an overseas supporters club? I would say just do it. It's great to have a community of Spurs fans to watch games with, to have a pub you can go to that recognizes you and remembers you, and to have a community that you can watch games with. We've really enjoyed having our supporters club here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's been a special experience, and here at Conor O'Neill's, we know that we're always welcome. If I could ask any first team player a question, I'd ask either Ollie Skipp or Harry Winks. Advice for kids who are in an academy. How do you work your way from the academy up to the first team? Our city is famous for being home to one of the largest state universities in the United States. Our American football team has won more games in college football than any other university in the United States. The biggest landmark in our town is this. It's known as the Big House. It's the largest sports stadium in all of the United States, and it's right here in our hometown. One food that's famous in our city that was invented here at this restaurant is called the chapati. Chapati is a word for an Indian kind of bread, but here, chapati means a pita that's stuffed with salad, and they have all kinds of different varieties that are very popular here.
Go.
We're not a big city, but there are some celebrities who grew up here in our town. For example, classic rock legend Bob Seger and documentary filmmaker Ken Burns both went to high school right here behind me. Our city doesn't have a specific music genre that we're famous for, but Madonna and Iggy Pop both went to college in this town. Our area is not known for great weather. It's cold in the winter and we have lots of snow. But our summers are beautiful and the falls are great. When the leaves start to change color, it's really quite lovely here.